Hey YouTube, my name is Mactics and welcome to Play by Play, a series where we take a frame-by-frame deep dive on challenging encounters and endgame activities like Grandmaster Nightfalls, break them up into their parts and pieces, and show you exactly how to conquer them with a real-time example. Not only will I give you the steps for success, but I will also show you my thought pattern and decision-making process so that you can take all of this knowledge and more to beat your next Grandmaster Nightfall. So, what qualifies me to give advice on this? Well, one of my favorite things to do in Destiny 2 is Grandmaster Nightfall carries. I have about 500 GM clears, most of which are double carries, and I've even helped over 100 Guardians through the Proving Grounds Grandmaster Nightfall this week alone. And if you don't believe me, you can come check out the action live at twitch.tv/Mactics and maybe even run with us yourself. With that being said, let's get into the play-by-play. This episode features the Tank Room and the Proving Grounds Grandmaster Nightfall. Our team composition features one Bottom Tree Night Stalker with Omnioculus for invis grenades and crowd control with grenades and super. We also have two Well of Radiance Warlocks with Phoenix Protocol, who can chain their supers together to have near 100% uptime on Well of Radiance. For weapons, we are rocking with one Ariana's Vow for easy anti-barrier shield pops, one Arbalest for strong long-range damage and to break all three elements of shields, and Telesto for strong burst damage. Our heavy weapons are linear fusion rifles with Vorpal weapon, as well as one Nightwatch scout rifle for incredible range and two auto rifles for additional barrier busting help. Our first objective is to clear as many threats as possible before entering the kill box. We can do so from up top while remaining generally safe. A few regular mobs push up that we can take out, but the main focus are the interceptors on left and right. They can easily one-shot even in a well, so we want them gone. We will wait until they get close and then simply fire away with our primary weapons until their vehicles explode, killing the pilot with them. The next step is to enter the room, dropping a Well of Radiance immediately since everything will be looking at us. We know there is a sniper on the left and right, so I prioritize taking them out first. Next is the four large threats we need to deal with. We already know we will be facing two Barrier Colossuses, but the other two majors can be any combination of Arc Colossus, Solar Centurion, or Major Scion. Identifying these threats quickly is key. Immediately we see the Solar Centurion and the Arc Colossus in the back. The Arc Colossus is not currently in range of us, so we opt to focus on the Barriers and Centurion first. Not only is the Centurion closer to us, but it is easier to burn since it won't pop a barrier shield, so we opt to kill it first. Next we go to take out the Barrier Colossus, but see that the Arc Colossus is beginning to approach. Since this is an easier target to burn than the barriers since it has no barrier shield, we decide to switch focus to it. The Arbalest player fires a shot to break the shield, and we put it down. At this stage, our Well of Radiance is almost expired, so I instruct my teammates that it is almost gone and we will need to place a new one soon. Additionally, the Barrier Colossus moves into our line of sight, so we switch to focus it and burn it down. With only one Barrier Colossus left, we begin to switch focus to the final remaining Barrier Colossus, and with a combination of our linear fusion rifles and Ariana's Vow to break the barrier shield, we neutralize the final main threat. At this stage, everything is dead aside from a couple remaining legionaries and the interceptor in the back, which cannot touch us from our current range. So, we opt to simply pick away all of the legionaries and leave the interceptor in the back of the map for last, being wary that dogs will spawn from the left and right sides, and making sure that we take them out as they come. We know we will be playing the next phase of the fight from the underground middle section of the room, which has explosive canisters in it. With this knowledge, I push up to get an angle on this room while smoking myself to stay safe from the interceptor. Once we clear out the room, we mop up any remaining legionaries and then destroy the final interceptor to begin the next stage of the fight. This central area is fantastic for the fight, as you are completely safe from the tanks as long as you are close enough to the middle door. The tough part here is that from each side you will be flanked by one Scion sniper up top, one Barrier Colossus, legionaries, phalanxes, and about 30 seconds in, some dogs. The key here is watching both flanks. We place a well to make sure we have bonus damage, healing, and damage resistance. Next, I prioritize the right side Scion sniper, after which we want to immediately burn the largest threat, the Barrier Colossus. As the Arianas, I am the main anti-barrier breaker, so after damaging the champion to its shield threshold, I drop its shield with my Arianas and then leave it for my teammates to clean up. Meanwhile, I turn to the other side to not only make sure we aren't getting flanked, but to take out the left side Scion sniper as well. Since I was unable to hit the left Scion sniper, I immediately turned back right to finish off the right side Scion sniper that I had missed, and then pop my tether to stop the onslaught of ads that are quickly pushing in. Then, since I do have an angle on the left side Scion Sniper, I immediately take it out and then continue popping my tether to make sure to keep all of the ads fended off. Then, we take out the final barrier Colossus on left side using the Arianas to break the shield, and apply a new Well of Radiance once our first one expires. Next, we see dogs coming in, so I invis all of my teammates and then throw a grenade immediately after going invisible, allowing all of the dogs to sit in the grenade and eventually die. Then, we move on to cleaning up any remaining ads, and then poise ourselves to kill one of the tanks to advance the fight. We like to kill the right tank, and to kill it, we simply slip in and out of our cover spot, making sure to damage all of the tires, and making sure to weave back in when we hear the audio cue for its large fireball attack, or see the orange gun glowing. After we kill the tank, we spawn everything again that we just did in the previous wave, minus the Scion Snipers on top. Just like before, we're going to immediately pop a Well of Radiance and try and isolate the right side barrier Colossus. After I take its shield out with my Arianas, I'm going to immediately look over to left side to begin preparing the left side barrier Colossus, making sure to drop its shield with my Arianas as its shield goes up. With those two main threats neutralized, we can kill all of the dogs coming from both sides, which we can actually peek out to shoot since we neutralized all of the other targets very quickly. With all of the dogs dead, all we have left is two majors that can be any combination of Solar Centurions or Void Incendiors, and a couple of ads up top as well as the tank. With the Solar Centurion floating over to the right side, we decide to neutralize it immediately, which pulls a couple of ads off from the top of the bridge that we can begin to kill. Seeing that we still have a couple ads left up on top of the bridge, we decide to vacate the underground middle area, making sure that we stay safe from the remaining tank, which is on left side, and neutralize all of the targets that are remaining left on the bridge. Now that all we have left is the Void Incendior and the tank, we opt to kill the Void Incendior since it is significantly less HP. Then, we opt to kill the tank and complete the room. All that's left to do is run around and scavenge any ammo that you might need and continue on with the rest of the strike. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the video and let me know what encounter you want to see in the next episode of Play by Play. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the YouTube channel. And if you need additional help, tips, tricks, or maybe even a live carry with me, stop by my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Mactics, and I would love to help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.